Okay, so looking at this, we want to find the equation line that passes through these 2 points. We're going to first find the slope, and then, well, if we follow the directions, it should walk us right through this. Now the slope, if you remember correctly, m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that's just, if we need to, we'll assign that as point number 1, and that is point number 2. Okay? So if I'm taking the y from the second point, that's this 12 right here. So I got a 12. And I want to subtract y from the first point. Well, there's the first point, and there's the y value. Remember, it's first x, then y. First x, then y. So 6 and 12 are both the y values. And the reason we number them like this is so that when I get to my x's, I make sure that the x from the second point is still, I'm taking it from the right point. So back to it. y1 is the y from the first point. So I'm saying 12 minus 6. And I'm putting that over, like this is over. x2 minus x1, well, the x from this second point is 3, minus, what do you think? The only thing left is that 4, which is the x from the first point, x1. Okay? Do the math involved there. 12 minus 6 is 6, and 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So that gives us a slope of negative 6. Okay, it is a positive 6, but it's a positive 6 over a negative 1, so that simplifies to be just a negative 6. Okay, now, just so that we know what we have, our equation y equals mx plus b is so far negative 6x plus an unknown b. And I know my 6's look like b's sometimes, but that's the negative 6 from the slope in place of m, and we don't know what b is yet. Okay? So substitute the slope in and a point. So here's just the slope substituted. But now if I find a point x, y, now where do we find that? Where could I go? Well, here's 2 of them. I have my first point and my second point. Now you can choose either one. That's the smallest number we got out there, but it's also got the biggest number. So these 2 guys are pretty middle of the road. Those can represent an x and a y value that we can use for this problem. Okay, I already know my x is negative 6. Okay, but I need an x and a, I'm sorry, my slope is negative 6, but I need an x and a y value to be able to solve for b. So if we understand that this 6 right here is the y value, let's put the 6 in for the y. I'll put it right here. 6 is equal to, so that is the 6 that I put in place of y. Now it's equal to negative 6 times an x value. Well, that x value, according to this, is going to be a 4. And then we're going to say plus b. Now you'll notice what just happened when we plugged in x and y and m. We have a bunch of numbers, and we have a b value that we're going to solve for. Okay, that's kind of the goal here. 6 is equal to negative 24 plus b. So we're down to it here. All we need to do is do the opposite of a negative 24, add 24 to both sides. Those are gone, and we get b equals 30. So if b is equal to 30, the actual equation that we were looking for, we already knew this was a negative 6x, right? We just had the b, but now that we've plugged everything in, we found the b is equal to 30. So put plus 30. B is for bada bing.